So, I'm making another video on the brain because I've been thinking about the brain, the whole brain health industry. This obsession with vitamins, minerals, nootropics, medication, everything that's centered around this health for the brain, and why so many people treat the brain as the center of everything. And I realized something. In a materialistic worldview, the brain has to be the source of all thought, emotion, and life because it's the only physical thing they can point to. If matter is all that exists, then the brain becomes the king of the universe. But in reality, the brain isn't the cause of everything, it's actually the effect of everything. If you remember the definition we looked at in the last video from the Scientology Tech Dictionary, the brain is a neuroshock absorber. It has little to do with thinking. So, you see, it's more like a buffer that takes the hit when life impacts you. This works both ways, from the body upward and from you downward. To really see this, let's look at what actually creates that shock from above. Think back to the idea of the sufferings of life. That stuff everyone is trying to handle. Just to refresh, it's that buildup of physical pain, mental stress, losses, failures, and the pressures of society. These things re-stimulate, accumulate, and make a person suffer. Now, here's the key question. What part of the body gets physically affected by all that? Well, the brain. You can test this for yourself. Think about the last major loss or failure you had, maybe a breakup, losing a job, or something that hit you really hard. Notice what happened to your body afterwards. You probably didn't feel great. Maybe you felt sick, drained, foggy, nervous, or like your perception was way off. Even just recalling it now might turn some of that back on. You might even get a sense of other losses connected to it. Now try this. Physically point to where those images, sensations, or feelings seem to be coming from. They're not coming from your brain. You didn't point at your brain. You didn't point at your skull, so they're not located there. So clearly, the suffering isn't in the brain. And here's a fun extra credit question. Who is the one looking at all this? All right, so see, when we throw vitamins, medications, or drugs at brain problems, some of these solutions are clean or less harmful, and some are very harmful depending on the side effects. What are we actually treating? The effect or the cause? Well, the video I linked goes into where the suffering actually sits and what can be done to address the real source of it. See, that's where the true mental healing starts. If you want to talk about this more or have questions, feel free to email me.